Hello Year 6, it's Monday the 1st of February and we are about to start our spelling lesson. Okay, so we're going to start today with a revision activity just like you've been doing the last couple of weeks now. So today we're going to revise how we add ly to a root word. So as you can see on the grid here, we've got happy, simple and frantic. And you'll notice the endings I've highlighted in red, as that's going to be important for when we think of the rule, when we put ly on the end, that suffix on the end. So happy becomes happily, simple becomes simply, and frantic becomes frantically. So you'll notice that when the ending is just with the Y, this is what happens. When the ending is just with an E, this is what happens. And when your word ending is with IC, the ick, this is what happens. So on the sheet that you have, if you could now pause the video and look at the words that I've given you here, humble, basic, and pretty, and I'd like you to place those words somewhere on your grid, and can you add the suffix ly to those words? Okay, pause the video now. Okay, so now that you've done that activity, you will see, as I've shown you here, you can give these a tick. Pretty has become prit-illy, that's following this pattern. Humble, because it just ends with an E, has become humbly. And basic, because of the IC there, has ended with basically. A little bit like last week, looking at the unstressed vowel as well. So a little bit of revision of that too. Okay, well done for that revision activity, everyone. Let's start our main lesson. So I've given you a paragraph here, which I'm going to read to you in a moment. And what I'd like you to do is just work out, I think for many of the words it's very clear, but can you underline and identify which words have been spelt incorrectly? And then underneath, could you please correct them? So I'm going to read and you can underline as I go if you like. So today at the shops, I bought enough flour to make 2 batches of pizza dough. Although I'm not the best cook in the world, I am determined to plough on. So what I'd like you to do now is pause the video and do these 2 purple tasks. Okay, now that you have had a go at identifying those and correcting, if I go to this page, you'll see, of course, that we have bought, enough, dough, although, and plough. And what I've done is listed them here, and we'll look at how to correct those in just one moment. But what I'd like to make clear now is that your focus is to spell words using this OUGH letter string. And what we're going to look at today is how the OUGH letter string can make a number of different sounds. Just because our English language is lovely and complicated, and this letter string actually covers all of these sounds: or, ow, ooh, uff, oh, and off. So we'll have a little look now at how we use them. But this actually now helps you to spell these words because they are all using OUGH. So, bought, enough. And please do mark these as we go. Dough, although, and plough. So even though these words all sound differently, they all make a different sound, just to confuse you, they all use the OUGH letter string. So what I've done, as you can see on the task I've given you, is I've made a table with each of those sounds, and I've given you a number of words here which I would like you to sort. So I'd like you to go through each word, to read the word out loud and think about how it sounds, and then sort it into the or, ow, uff, O, off, or oo sound. So if I read these to you now, so we have cough, through, fought, drought, tough, though, thought, rough, bow, and although. So you'll need to sort those words again. You might need to read them out loud to yourself. You might need an adult to support you if you haven't used any of these words before or some of these words before. You might also want to check the meaning of some of these words. This is a good chance for you to swat up on your dictionary skills again. For example, you might not be happy with the word fought or drought. Certainly seeing it spelt that way, you might not have seen that. And bow, this might be a word that we don't often use in your writing at the moment. So you might want to look those words up or just check with an adult what they mean. So that is task 1. You're going to sort those words. And then you're going to have a go at this practice task. And again, you'll need to think about the meaning of the words. So this is your final activity. So use this week's spelling words to help you complete the sentence below. Not all of the words are in this table here. Some of the words are OUGH words that are not these words here. So you will have to have a little think about them. So read the sentence and work out what's missing. So need the to make the pizza. And I'd like you to have a go at all of those sentences and your sorting grid. Then if you could take a picture of that and send that to your teacher, we'd love to see how well you have done with your OUGH letter strings today. And finally, the last page of your document that we sent you contains the spellings that we'd like you to learn this week. You might wish to borrow words from the other lists if you think you feel really confident with some of these words. That's absolutely fine, but these are just words for you to practice using, practice getting that letter string right, and when you see your spelling menu for practice tasks through the week, these are the words that you can use. So good luck with everything today, Year 6, and we look forward to seeing your work.